are quite happy to do that. Now it's back for Carter. Chased across field by Kerry Sweeney. But he's got good distance on that kick too. And he really is running the game, Dan Carter.
Yes, he looks very relaxed and calm. But that's the gap. He pierced the gap, and then the beautiful pass. The timing of off his left and in the tackle. Kabomba.
Thomas was trusting the player on the inside to make the tackle. He was looking after the outside break, and neither were able to do it.
And I also think Shane Williams made a mistake too. He came in left gear.
That's knocked down by halfback Michael Phillips. Well, you do wonder, Tony, whether Mike Ruddock might start going to the bench shortly.
Well, no real sign of it yet, Nisbo. Oh, yes, we might have the first one coming up now. Looks like a change being made in the front row. Chris Horsman, the man who's recently just qualified to play for Wales, he's come on, and he's come on for the big man in 3, Adam Jones, who's had a pretty tough afternoon against young Niamia Tialata.
Yeah, well, I think that's an admission, isn't it, that Tialata's had the best of that battle. Now, Horsman's an interesting guy. He's an English-born player, diagnosed with testicular cancer when he was just 21, so he's got through that, and he's now playing international rugby.
Interesting sign that the All Blacks might be about to make a tit-for-tat change, because Tony Woodcock has gone for a run, and Andrew Hawes got the tackle bag out to give him a warm-up.
Well, great debut for Tialata. He'd be delighted, but it endorses your comment, doesn't it, Tony? So he has gone well. He's also taken the ball up pretty strongly on a couple of occasions.
And he's made a lot of tackles, Murray. Some of them against fleet-footed backs as well. He's done exceptionally well, but there's Horsman.
Well, he tried to make a point in that first scrum. So here are the All Blacks.
So where will it go?
Big strong start to this second half. Up goes Chris Jack. There's an advantage here for the All Blacks.
No advantage, you're taking out the
I was trying to work out who went roaring through.
And it's not a great idea to argue with Jerry Collins.
Well, he drove Jerry Collins out of the line.
I don't want to see it again. Take that. Don't do it again. In 15, taking the man out, taking the support jumper, that man.
Now here's an interesting call. All Blacks, so they're going to go and kick it out. Now this is the sign of a team with a lot of confidence.
Well, it's a sign of a team that wants to score another try.
Number 6.
To really twist the knife while it's in.
Oliver's throw. Up goes James Ryan this time.
Quality ball. They twisted it, Wales. They did well, actually. They disrupted. In fact, they've got a turnover here coming. Oh, not quite. They didn't know where it was. Well, it's still maybe available. Yes, no.
See you now. Marsoe has to get it off. Now Carter to Umanga. Rocker Thoko. Quick hands. Muliaina. Gear for the corner. And a hat-trick for Rico Gear.
Well, he would be absolutely delighted. But it was beautiful play from depth. The Welsh defence was really stretched. Creation of space and the finish of a Gear. I think he's just checking that his foot wasn't in touch, but it certainly wasn't.
Wales had all the time in the world to get their defence organised. It was slow ball. But that's clearly another try. So Rico Gear has picked up a hat-trick. Doubled his number of tries in test matches.
Very aware where his legs were too, which is a classic, the way he's got them tucked up underneath his body.
Awarding a try. Thank you, Scott.
Rico Gear gets a hat-trick. Christian Cullen was the last one to do it. John Kerwin, who's sitting over there with Tony Johnson, he got 4 in 1988 in Christchurch. He might be a bit nervous, Tony.
He doesn't look too nervous to me. He's looking pretty relaxed.
Yeah, well, most New Zealanders are in this stadium.
A little bit of concern about James Ryan while that was going on, and Angus MacDonald was up off his feet in a flash, but Ryan jogging back into position. He's done a very good job disrupting Wales' ball tonight.
He's kicked it again.
Oh, that's a super kick again.
Well, I can hear them around Wales in the streets tomorrow waxing lyricals about Dan Carter, because they love to study the form of a first 5'8", or a fly half as they call it over here.
Wales having to make another change, and it's at half-back where Michael Phillips, I'm sure we'll see more of this guy in the future, because he's a big, powerful half-back, very tall man, but he's been operating behind a pack that's been just slightly on the back foot most of the time, and he's replaced by Gareth Cooper in 20.
Gareth Cooper was on the Lions tour. Remember, of course, that Dwayne Peel is not available for this game. Oliver knocks it down. And here's a chance for Wales. Cobain. Now Cooper gets his hands on the ball. Stephen Jones gets it back. But the black jerseys are there. They're all over them.
No advantage. No advantage. We haven't got any advantage.
And he's got to go way back to the knock-on by Anton Oliver. So that's just something the All Blacks will have to keep an eye on. It's that concentration factor. You look at the scoreboard, 27-3, and it's very easy to drop the guard and the ball.
Well, he looked like he was in the perfect spot. Everybody knew what was going to happen. He was going to catch it and drive forward.
First mistake he's made, though, isn't it? His line-out throwing's been very good.
One over the back was a little long, that's about it. He's been very effective, especially when you look at the line-outs in New Zealand holding an advantage 12-9.
Looks as though Tony Woodcock is not too far away.
Yeah, I suspect that Angus McDonald may not be far behind him.
This would be an interesting question, Tony. Do you think Tialata will come off, or because Tialata could move to the tight head?
Who knows?
Quickly taken by Cooper. Try to inject a little life into this Welsh performance. Just 5 metres away. Now it bounces back. Colin Chavez has got it. Hardly mentioned his name all day. Now the ball comes back, and Duncan Jones makes a bit of ground. Now away they come. Sweeney off to Williams. Oliver gets to him head on, and up goes the touchdown flag.
Well,
and the crowd not very happy about that. I don't think they felt the ball was out, but I think the player touching the ball might have been in touch.
Well, here's the change, and it is the end of the game for Nemia Tialata, but that's a very, very good All Black debut for him. Tony Woodcock coming on, but Tialata, in an atmosphere like this, has just held his concentration, done everything that they would have asked of him in this game. And, well, the All Black scrum's not going to suffer for having this bloke on.
Well, this is the scrum that really blew the French apart last year.
Stay there.
This front row.
Yeah. Stay there.
Which amazed the rugby world.
Doesn't have to be. You have to be a visible distance. That's it. He's not in.
Oliver's throw, beautifully claimed by Jack Ryan for Carter. Here's the man of the moment, Rico Gear.
Now let go, Wales.
Now it's back for Carter from the Kelleher pass, and they worked it so well.
Looking so efficient, aren't they, at the moment?
They're back in the groove, that's for sure. Tialata takes a seat after an excellent 60 minutes on day.